Mallorca is a little bit stubborn, and Madrid will find it difficult to win.
For me, Mallorca have the incentive of finishing in the getting into the conference or Europa League places. They are just same points on 8 with Vallecano, who are 47, and just 3 points, 5 points after that to get into Europa League. So they have the incentive. It's now going to be a question of can they turn up on the night.
You say they have 5 points. They are 5 points below the what's it called now?
Champions League places.
Europa League
places.
So they need the 3 points.
Now, look at it now. Now, Real Betis or now Celta Vigo one drop point for you.
Someone has to drop points.
Someone has to drop points.
Did you see them last night?
By the way, a win or a point here will take them into the Conference League position. So
if you are seeing Celta Vigo last night, you know that they are not willing to drop points. 1 goal is enough. As far as it's 3 points they recorded, they don't mind scoring just 1 goal or half goal and stealing the win. I think they scored their goal early enough, and perhaps they also from there they started playing passes around. They kept on to possession and started playing passes around like anyhow we want maybe. But for this one now, we don't hold them.
Okay, before that game, Ancelotti was talking to the press. Officially, he has confirmed that he's going to leave Real Madrid and he's going to take up the presidential national team 26th of May. It was quick, sharp. Once he's leaving, that 2 weeks break, he goes out to take over the Brazilian national team. But I think that he has done well for Real Madrid. I think 6 years at Real Madrid, and he has won 2 champions or 3 champions. They have won a number of trophies there. Good career for him. Now he can go to Brazil and retire.
He's one of the most decorated Real Madrid coaches, a legend at the club. Nobody is going to be forgetting him in a hurry. I have a feeling that, the change Real Madrid are looking for, it may haunt them come next season, and they'll be wishing he was there this time next season if it doesn't go the way they want, or if it does go the way they want, because you cannot have change without having some, growing pains, and some of those growing pains will be visible come next season. So he should enjoy his time right now and move on to better things in Brazil. Hopefully he wins the World Cup to crown up his
World Cup. Nigeria is winning the World Cup next.
I don't understand.
I don't want to get angry this morning.
I understand Nigeria will win the World Cup if they qualify.
We will qualify.
If Nigeria qualifies,
I saw it in my dream. I can dream.
He never qualify. Qualify first.
I can dream.
Joseph,
I have a dream.
Joseph,
I have a dream.
Is it Joseph the dreamer or Matthew?
I have a dream.
Okay.
That 2026 is Nigerian.
That 2046.
The year Nigeria.
Next year.
2046.
Write it down. Where is
the year Nigeria win the World Cup is the year Nigeria hosts the World Cup.
Oh, by word of prophecy,
which is almost.
I have a dream.
The year Nigeria will win the World Cup is the year Nigeria will host the World Cup, which is nearly impossible.
Okay, so Ancelotti is going to take over the Brazilian national team. So he has just 2 more games in the La Liga. Then he will finish with club football. I think he is one of the most decorated managers. He's the only manager that have won all trophies in 5 top European leagues. That means this year the La Liga,
Bundesliga, Premier League, everything.
Even though that if you look at his league record in the span of maybe 30 years of his career, I think he has won less than 10. Which is actually poor, but he has won multiple.
Let's not forget that spell with Everton to it, added to that 10.
Yes, just 2 years now. Just 2 years. But I think
why not count that Everton on?
No, why we not count on?
Where people have much problem with him that he coached AC Milan that generation and won 1 league title in 8 years with them, just one. Just one. And most of them, even when Juventus had this scandal when they were relegated, they gave it to Inter because Inter was finishing second. That means those 2 years he didn't even finish second in the league. So that's the only problem people had with him. He had the Kaká, the Shevchenko, the Gattuso, Stan, Dida, and one league title. Even though he won 2 Champions League with them and just a league title with them, but
he's a Champions League winner. It's not something that he's not playing the small children cup. He win the league. Let me win the Champions League. That's his.
It's harder to win the league than to win Champions League.
Of course.
That's why the Champions League is better than winning. How many coaches now do you recommend as the greatest coach? You know why Pep was trying so hard to win the Champions League outside Barcelona? It's because if he wins it outside Barcelona, he'd be like the greatest coach in the system of where he was. Like now in Man City, now you say the greatest coach.
How many Ferguson win?
That's why now king now. Ferguson now sir.
How many win?
How
One.
many win?
2 actually.
No, sorry, two. 1999 and 2008. And you know how many
Eh.
finals
So
he go?
he's still one
Now
of the
he go
greatest.
2007, 2008. If you're between 5 years, he went to 3 finals.
My order is he
The
won.
one how many win
He
for
win
that
two.
final? Final no be achievement.
He win 2.
If
No,
if
he
final
collect
na
medal, be no collect medal.
excuse me. If final na achievement, then Tottenham no suppose dey talk say dem never win trophy.
But they collect Champions League final
Then
medal.
no, e no concern
They
me.
collect medal. Second
collect-
place na still
Final
medal.
no follow.
So Alonso is going to come in as the coach. Obviously, he's going to finish with last one more game with
I'll
Bayer
probably. I think on Saturday is his last
Yeah,
game.
last
But I'll
game.
probably love him to finish. As Alonso to finish the Club World Cup first.
No, it's not. That's
Why?
why,
No,
That's the thing.
Alonso will be there with him. Not that Alonso.
Why will he be there
Alonso
with
will be there with him.
Why?
Come on now. That's
As-
still
no,
mentor.
Even in his
Any way talks about
in
still
his press
mentor.
conference, he said that
Mm.
Alonso is a fantastic coach. He doesn't need anybody to mentor him or
Supervise
to
him.
supervise him. Why would he want to supervise him? I
Yeah,
think
I
that
go put down their supervisor.
it's obvious.
It's not even that. The
Mm.
most important thing is that the Brazil national team want him
Want
to work
immediately.
with those boys
Because I think they
before
have
the qualifiers.
they have
Yes,
an
in June.
qualifier in June, so
In
they need
June,
to
so
start
that's why.
immediately. And for
And the Club
Alonso,
World Cup is in July.
and Alonso wants
Holiday here.
No, Alonso wants to come in, try out his own style with an actual tournament. You know, when you do pre-season, you can play first 11. In the second half, you can remove everybody and put in another 11. Do you understand? But when you are playing World Cup, you are a little bit serious, and you know where you are lacking.
You know, in this one, you have the opportunity to take out at least 5 players.
It's the same thing, but
Sorry,
it's
more
a-
than 5 players, I think.
It's 5 players, but it's actual tournament. That's the point. You can try out your formation, your style in an actual. Instead of pre-season, you can try it actual. So you can even know where you are lacking. Even though you can see it, sometimes you need to see it on.
You don't need to play a game to know where you are lacking. You look at your team and if you are a super coach,
Like they say you are.
excuse me, if you are a super coach, you look at that team, your spirit will tell you, I have deficit in my left back, right back, center back, and that midfield there is deficit.
I don't think there's deficit in midfield though. Kamavinga, Tchouaméni, Valverde, Bellingham, and Luka Modric, Dani Ceballos.
Ceballos is surplus to requirements.
So like you're saying 6. I don't mention 6 already.
out of 3.
Out of 3 where they start. Normal 3 where they start. You have like 6. So if you want to take out the remaining 3, let's say Tchouaméni is defensive midfielder, Valverde and
Out
Jude
of your
Bellingham,
6, how many are above 26?
Luka Modric, Ceballos.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the 2. Kamavinga, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Jude Bellingham.
By
They
next
are
season.
young.
They are young.
They
By
are young.
next
So you
season,
ask,
excuse me.
you asked a question and I
By
gave you
next
your
season,
answer.
how many?
By next season,
How
you-
many? This season has ended.
Okay, by next season,
How many are
will be
less than
26?
26?
Less than 26.
All
The
of
4 of them.
4 of them are still less
The
than
4 of them are still less
I
than.
disagree.
You go debate sometimes because in the finals you go take common players. You don't need to common players.
Sell 2 of them out. Bring in
Legend go
young
still
blood.
there. Look at Modric. He's still active.
Okay.
He's still active.
Move
But
him
me,
to bench.
he's still on the bench now. He's coming in the 70th minute and change.
Move him to coaching bench, not playing
It's
bench.
the same thing. Playing bench, coaching bench is still the same thing. It's still going to be useful for the team. Where I want addition is the centre back. Rudiger is the only credible experienced centre back.
Rudiger no follow. Forget
Now-
say
now-
in
now-
game Real Madrid.
Now he's the only credible, experienced centre back they have. The other one is just
They will buy a centre back. Leave that
I
one.
say so.
It's not about buying one. No.
They will buy
They need
one.
like 3.
They will buy one. Asensio is there. Rudiger is there.
Mhm.
Militao is there.
He's gone.
I don't
He
understand.
come
He's
back.
gone.
Miliweti.
Militao gone.
You know
That
that
was
guy-
the
before-
same thing I was telling John.
Before his injuries,
Mhm.
he was playing for Real Madrid and they won the league and the Champions League. He being the main starter. That's why he was being the main character of that defense.
Do you know how
Because
many errors
injury,
we need to go?
it doesn't matter. Injury, if you are playing high, for example, look at Barcelona. Do you know how many what is it called? Errors that most centre have made for them to concede goals. If you are playing a certain kind of ball, it's obvious that you are going to make errors to lead in the goal. But main thing that just play your game and outscore your opponent. Look at Barcelona too. Look at the goals they conceded. Omar Castro, children errors everywhere. It's just that way. If you are playing a big team, it's always hard. Okay, the only thing for you to do is just make sure they outscore your opponent. But if you are going to concede, play like Real Madrid and
this
Barcelona,
is
you
no
concede
longer
goals.
outscore your opponent error. That error has passed with Ancelotti.
Militao out.
He will not go. He's still
Alaba.
24 years
Out.
old.
Alaba retire. It's not even to sell him. Retire him. Just Just pay him to retire from playing football.
Let me tell you what will happen. They'll just buy one good centre back.
I mean,
If they won't buy one, others can sit on the bench and probably substitute.
if you ask me, I'll say 2.
Others, they can't. You can't just sell these players like that. They can't. But I think
And their
that
contracts
1
on the
year,
verge of
and number
expiring.
two,
So
1 year, most of them, for example, Militao was injured for almost 1 year. So you have to give him chance. Alaba has always been injured almost all his career. All of them, if they stay on the bench and play less minutes, they maybe you can sustain 4 defenders without. I think Rudy can play the whole lot of games throughout this season. He can manage all of them. But let's see what happens to Real Madrid. But in today's game, they are playing Mallorca. What is your prediction for today's game? Real Madrid to win, Mbappe to score a hat trick. That's my own prediction. Let me give you Mbappe another hat trick.
Mbappe to score 2 goals, actually a brace. Okay. Mallorca will respond with 1, and that's a 2-1.
A shock.
A shocker.
Yes.
I've said it 2-1 for Madrid.
Okay.
Mallorca winning it.
Okay, let's see what happens with Real Madrid. And remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Both FM Sports. Chooks, welcome to the show. Chooks is saying Madrid is not like any other clubs. Legends go there and fail. So Alonso should be aware and prepare his mind.
Normally.
I won't say legend come there and fail because he didn't came there and actually succeeded. Even though I don't even know why that guy refused to coach since then. I don't know what he's waiting for. After that, three-peat with Real Madrid, and I think he won 2 La Ligas. And just disappeared.
You want me to spoil the record?
He didn't just disappear because he went for like 1 year or so and came back. And he flopped it. Let's be honest. He flopped his stay at Real Madrid, and we're like, that second spell was not worth it. Because Baba came back and almost took Real Madrid to relegation because there was no Ronaldo and Bale to lean upon. So he decided to go away from the job and look for at least where there is no pressure, punditry, where you can sit down on one bench and criticize every manager, every football player without even looking at your records as a player or what you did as a coach. Now I feel like him now he's looking for another job that because at some point he was linked to the Man United job that didn't really come forward. Now he's looking for another job that is as big as Real Madrid job or a team that plays in the Champions League where you can go coach a couple of big names, win the Champions League, and perhaps sit back again and wait for another big team.
I think what is also waiting for is let Deschamps finish with France next season. After the World Cup, he will leave. Probably. Do you know who the successor for Deschamps is now? I don't know, but I think he's going to be.
It's one name that took them to the Olympics semi-finals or perhaps final. Now it's up for debate because the FFF, the French Football Federation, is saying something about him that okay, fine, for you to organize these young players, bring them together and play the Olympics and get us this kind of performance, it means you can handle the first team, the first national team. If the coach does not know how to scout for these young players, now it's his job to scout. That's why he's an ambassador for the French and also with Como. He's also doing his thing with Como and with the French national team. So which means he balances the job well for him. He can go out, scout for young talents, bring them to the French national team, and tell them that okay, fine, in so and so year you'll be playing for the first team football, which is for the first team of French national team, and he's gotten those players in. At some point, you know within yourself that nobody was looking at Olise. You get Michael Olise. Nobody was looking at him until Henry called him in to play the Olympics. There were other young players across the French league that nobody was actually looking at. They were only looking. We were only looking for Olympics. We're only looking at the players of
Olympics is always on the under 21. No, only one. I think only one over 30 players played that Olympics game. So obviously, there
were three of them.
Okay, three of them. It's always going to be younger players playing. You have to scout younger players to play for the Olympics. But the issue is that France, as other like England, have big players playing. For example, Saliba is playing for Arsenal. You don't go and scout somebody from League one small club to come and play national team. Where Saliba is playing good football, Mbappe is playing for Real Madrid. All those guys will still play for French national team. That's the point.
But now we talked about the French national team in the last this thing. We saw Olise's numbers last season, and we talked about the French national team. And you're looking at the French national team and you're saying, why is this guy not called to play?
They will not call him because other clubs, other players.
Now, God, in that attacking role, who plays better than Olise in that attacking role?
That's what I'm explaining to you. If you are playing for Sunderland and your numbers are good, and somebody is playing for Real Madrid, and if somebody is just average, they will call somebody playing for Real Madrid because it's a bigger stage. That's the problem. And that's Olise now going to Bayern Munich, for example. Deschamps, even if he hasn't called him before, because he's played for Bayern Munich, he must call him. That's the thing.
Playing for he's not even calling himself. That's the worst part.
He played for France now. Playing for a big club helps your profile. Yeah. That's how it works everywhere. If you go to championship, you see a club that
Olympics.
The Olympics is always number 21.
That's what I'm saying. Even before now, You will not see them call from teams like Strasbourg. I've seen the record before. I've seen the teams they call up to play the Olympics.
It's like that.
Even
But
they'll still call from
thing is that
PSG and top
it
teams.
doesn't always translate to
playing
the
for the
national
national
team.
team. It's true. How
Even
many
though
players?
to some certain
See.
extent it should,
But it doesn't.
but it doesn't.
I'm telling
That's
you
the
that
thing.
even at some point you feel like, okay, fine, Olympics under 21. They are under 21 players that are doing well at Lille. The under 20 players that are doing well at Lyon. The under 21 players that are doing well at Marseille. You get, these are other teams that is not PSG. There are under 21 players that are doing well in Crystal Palace. But yet you will still go back and pick the youth setup of PSG. Not even the first team starters, so the youth setup of PSG to come and play the Olympics for them. And it's always been a problem. Or perhaps stop now you're looking for because in the Olympics it's what they call a proper mix. You have at least 3 players that can play for the senior team and still play for the junior team, or perhaps you have 3 players that experienced or old players. And in this one, I think they brought in Rabiot and Lacazette in this current Olympics I went for. Now, you look for 3 players outside the regular setup. You find some experienced players that are playing in perhaps the Serie A.
She don't win that Olympics, Abi.
You're not winning an Spain, carry on.
So that means Henry knows Sabi now.
Wait, carry second.
He knows Sabi still.
You know that year, he come like this past tournament, they just go
You
now
don't carry
second.
am before, yes or no?
You know that.
You don't carry Olympics.
point is-
before,
My
yes.
first time be
The
this
point
now,
is
and
that-
he
the
goes
point is
second.
that-
His first time of the job,
Check
and
how
he
many
finished
people, how
second.
many players that have played on the 21 World Cup or whatever it is, the Olympics that made it on the national team. They always feel because that you play that doesn't mean because they always big clubs, especially if they're a big country. Imagine like England now. You pick all those. These are all those under 21 that won the World Cup with. How many of them made it to the senior team? Because they are always going to be big players playing for
But
those
France
countries.
has a unique problem now. The unique problem with France national team is that apart from Griezmann in that 10,
Who else
there
is
is
there?
no
These guys
other
have been
creator.
retired.
So
Only
that
Senegal start playing it
opportunity,
now.
Olise Sef not even there for the list.
that opportunity now comes up because
Now
you need
look
to
at
bring
it now.
someone
Olise
in,
mostly
and you
plays
need to bring in somebody who is going to come in the wings as well because some of those guys on the wings need to be
Bakola.
retired.
Bakola.
So you now have opportunity for the Bakola, maybe I don't know if Due is French. All those opportunities will now be coming in.
Okay, let's see what happens with them. But for today's game in La Liga, Madrid will play Mallorca, Deportivo Alaves will play Valencia, and Villarreal will play Leganes in the games that will happen today. Back to our YouTube channel. Chief is also saying Don Carlos should go and redeem Brazil from their misery because they are gradually losing their status and standards. But it's also saying Barcelona shouldn't stress themselves. Mallorca can gift us the trophy today. It's okay. Madrid 0, Mallorca 1. That's what it's mentioned. Okay, she goes here.
I saw what you did there.
Okay, I saw what he did there too, but I didn't want to just Madrid, but that one day. Okay, she goes here. Alexander, welcome to the show. Say good morning, Kings of the Airways. This is Alex. Good morning, Alex. Say okay, long time no see, Alex. Thank you for the comments. Okay, let's move up from the La Liga and move to some of the rumors flying around. Europe is going to be interesting. First, let's move to England. Liverpool is going to replace Trent with one lovely guy from, I don't know if it's going to work, but they are going to bring in Jeremy Frimpong.
Confirm. Better signing.
From Bayer
Ayo!
Leverkusen.
I could stand up now and give an applaud. Better. Please.
It's going to be interesting. I think he's going to, even though he played mostly as a wing back.
He's a wing back.
Yes,
He's a wing back.
but
He's a right wing
if you
back.
look at Trent is like
He's like a wing back.
and
And what's that? Look at
it's going to work.
You see where he can't fit me. This guy has even more of a defensive record, a better defensive stance than Trent. So offensively, he did. It's not that he didn't do. He did. Defensive, he did. So you want to say, okay, fine, don't go to the attack. They are playing against a big team. Don't attack. Sit deep, absorb pressure, and do what you can do. About this, you saw his game against, I think it was for the Netherlands, the last one they played, where the team was struggling to win
All
matches.
I want to say is that deal is going to be hijacked.
Who want hijack him? Because your prayer no go work. Man City want hijack.
Men mount.
Yeah.
You go hijack that deal.
See, as it is like this,
Consider that deal hijacked.
Liverpool, come and sign this fan. Please come and sign this fan to be a super fan. You know, because these are deals you go for and be like, What's the
15 million chicken change, man.
what's the backside? What's the backside to this deal? I'm like,
It's
there's
plus
no
the
chance.
$9 million
There's no-
dollars though.
There's no backside to it. It's just normal.
It's about 30 million. It's very cheap, 30 million pounds or something like that.
Look at his goals involvement in the past 2 years.
74 goal and assists.
He's come on, and he's just a defender. Yeah, I'm not going to say he's a forward. He's a defender.
He's going back.
He's a defender. Whether wing back or right back or left back, he's a defender. Then look at, I think where I was like, okay, them are free prong. When they won the league, I was like, it's normal team. The whole team was functioning fine. And I saw this guy. I think it was against Spain also in the Nations League months ago, the last international break. And I saw this guy single-handedly take on a defense. Like, as a defender, we were saying, they're not putting the energy, they're not doing this. And this guy doubled the energy in the second half and got himself 2 goals involvement. And be like, okay, fine, this is okay, let's remove this guy's performance. He was tracking every single ball that comes through that side. Even if you're 3 against 1, he's tracking you down. He's trying to get the ball back from you. And this intensity of club is what he comes with. Trust me, if this guy is on my team, I don't have a problem from that right side.
Oh, which team?
Oh, which team? Which of your teams?
Oh, which team?
West Ham
You
United.
are rich.
But the thing is, I have one
Back
Bissaka.
where?
The thing is, I go back where because I have one Bissaka on that side. So I don't really need free pong. But if I need free pong, I will say make a go play attack, make a go play winger for me. You can make a play attack but if he wants to play attack now, there's a Jared Bowen, which means I have to convert Jared Bowen to another striker.
All this stuff when they talk
Okay,
now.
But
Back
Liverpool,
John, I
you
think-
do this one.
I
I'm
think it's
very,
a good-
very happy with this signing.
John, I think it's a good deal for Liverpool. But before we talk about that deal, if it goes through in the summer, and Chigo here, Alexander on our YouTube is saying, no, so why are you shouting confirm and jumping up and down? Are you supposed to be happy for your bitter rivals? I thought
No, Liverpool is not my bitter rival.
I thought
Now them are mine, they bitter
I
their
thought you are
team.
United and West Ham fan. Yes,
No, I am not United and
You
West
see
Ham
that-
fan. I am West Ham and West Ham fan.
He said the deal must be hijacked. Okay, I
By
don't know.
who?
Thank you.
Much time to hijack it. They need a win back.
How
Man
will
United.
Man U?
Man United.
How are you fighting for it?
Who is Man U when
Is
you
this guy that
have
good?
City?
Eh?
Is that guy that
Check-
John is fighting?
wait, calm
Man
down.
City fights for
Let
him.
me
United
ask you.
one team.
Check in
Liverpool one
let's
team.
check in the last 2 years which wing back has 70 goals. In the last 3 years, which
Come
wing
think of
back
it now. My United, that guy go fit in. No.
that kind
Which
of thing.
thing?
But
You will think am.
make Man United do it they do their first.
But it's going to probably go to Liverpool. That's the deal on ground. I don't know if it's going
See,
to hijack.
have you noticed that French German teams recently, I think they sell players for cheap. It's painful that you see German teams sell players for cheap. Look at Man United signing Mazraoui.
I think the problem is that most of them have clauses in their contract.
No, I'm just saying.
They
Look
just
at
trigger it and just
look at Man United signing Mazraoui. How many million? You know, reach 30 million. When they sign Mazraoui, 12 or 15 million
15
pounds.
million, yeah.
And look at the guy. He's one of the best defenders Man United has.
Sancho no go Man U almost 70 million euros.
Leave Sancho own. Sancho own now.
Bellerin no go
overhyped.
100 million for Real Madrid.
See, you know, I mean, other teams. Real Madrid. See, you get him. You get him. Go come. See, you get him. Go
It's
come
just
for
the
you.
clause.
No, I'm not saying you just look at. Okay, now why do you think they have to sign?
I think
Why
the
do you think they have to sign him? Well, they have to sell
I think-
Mazraoui in a double deal.
No, I think the
If you're
problem.
coming from Mazraoui, you
See
have
the
to
problem.
take buy one get one free,
No,
but
I
you have
think
to
the
pay
problem with
70
this,
million
for
for the two
example,
of them.
most of them don't buy stars. They, for example, if they, let's say I be footballer, I be baller normal. They can't buy me. I can't go Dortmund for cheap. They will not put my clause as 100 million. They will give me maybe 5 years contract, 6 years contract, and put my clause maybe around 30. If I play first 2 years and I'm a superstar, they cannot change the contract. Another club will come in and sign you. That's always the problem with it because they buy cheap. They don't put a 100 million.
They
clause
don't
in it.
expect you to be a star.
It's like a 50-50 deal for them.
Yes.
Frimpong, okay, when he came to Frimpong, who knows Frimpong from?
Oh no.
I'm just giving when he came in there.
Godwin,
That's the problem.
just to highlight your point, go look at the stark difference to that, right? The stark difference to this is that Yamal, Pedri, Gavi have 1 billion release clauses in their contract.
They sign new contracts.
Even though they are still pretty young, go look at those details of those contracts 2-3 years ago. Those release clauses were there. So the difference is that clubs, let me say, they sign you, let me say 5-10 million, they bring you in, they give you a contract of maybe 100,000 pounds or 80,000 pounds, and they average up the sum of your 6-year contract, and then they maybe add 20 million on top, and that's your release clause. But the problem is, without addressing this, let me say, your increase in value, maybe after 1 or 2 seasons, they will sell at a loss. The worst they will do is they refuse selling
Mhm.
till you get to your third year. Then they now do an extension and add the 100 million
Yes,
in
that's
the
it.
deal. That's it.
Okay, let's see if Frimpong will go to Liverpool. Liverpool is, even though that everybody is campaigning for him. Alex on our YouTube channel is campaigning for him to come to Manchester United. John is campaigning for him to go to Manchester
He's
City.
a former citizen, so he should come back to City.
Nonso is campaigning for him to go to Liverpool. So everybody has their own take. That means the boy is a good player. And if you look at the system he plays, he's going to fit well at Manchester United. Well, but they are going.
This Manchester United they are calling now is not giving at all.
Okay, but let's see what happens with him. Okay, back to our YouTube. Raf Odi. Okay, welcome to the show. Say Hala Madrid. Okay, he's supporting Madrid. Probably Madrid will win today. So you have Joy. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for the comment and thank you for joining us on today's live. Chigo is saying that he's following us on IG. We are active.
Awesome.
There. Thank you, Chigo, for following us on all platforms. Remember, guys, you can follow us on all platforms, from Facebook to Instagram, from TikTok, then YouTube, all the same name at Volt FM Sports. You can follow us anywhere. We have an amazing content for you everywhere. Okay, let's see what happens with Liverpool and Frimpong. Okay, let's move on to other clubs that in England. Arsenal is looking for a striker. And there is a debate. Gyökeres or Sesko. That's the debate for Arsenal.
And I don't understand.
Rumors is that the board wants Gyökeres and Arteta wants Sesko. So, but if you look at these two strikers, who do you think, if you are Arteta, who do you think will prefer? For me, Gyökeres is.
Why are we having this conversation?
It's just one. Another factor is one is 26 years old, one is 22 years old.
And then
age factor, but I don't know. But I think, but Aston needs a striker. But the question is, who will they buy? Nobody's even talking about Simi.
By June 4. By June 4, that one that is 26 years old will be 27 years old.
Yeah, that's what they are checking.
In 3 weeks' time, he's 27 years old.
You know, concern me.
And in that 3 weeks' time, he will not be playing for your club. He will still be where he is, enjoying himself, or perhaps he will be on holiday by then. Now, we're looking at their goals involvement. Which one is more adaptable to the system?
Gyökeres is actually more, well, you will not check it like that. For example, Haaland adapted to Pep, not Pep, actually Pep adapted to Haaland's style of play. The coach can change. So both strikers, the coach can decide to adapt to the strikers.
You already have Kai Havertz. That does not count. No, let's be honest.
Why? Excuse me.
Calm down.
I am sensing a spirit of bitterness coming from you. Excuse me. We are talking about people that bring in. When you talk about breadwinner, when you talk about someone that is a breadwinner, why will you put a Havertz in that conversation as the two great men we are talking about?
Champions League final 2021.
Where Lion they share
Champions League final.
Champions League final.
Champions League final 2021. Who scored the winning goal?
Havertz.
Irrespective, man.
Who had the most goal contribution to Chelsea by winning the Champions League? Kai Havertz, isn't he a breadwinner? He's a breadwinner.
He's not.
So I'm saying, I see. You already have a striker that does not camp in Kai Havertz. You have, it's just like a tweaking system. Yes. This one does not camp. You bring in this one, he doesn't camp. Just like you have Haaland. Haaland camps. Yeah. You're looking for another striker. You have a what's it called? No, let's not talk about Mamouche yet. The one you sell to, and one you sold to Atletico Madrid. It doesn't camp.
I think you need both strikers.
Now you need both fixtures of strikers. You don't need a striker that doesn't camp. You don't look at your bench. I want to introduce another striker. Come and enter. He's coming there. He's still doing the same thing the other person is doing. That he's not getting you results.
But I remember last season that guy.
Joselu. You have a Benzema that does not. You have a Benzema that maybe camps sometimes, but you know Benzema always drops him if he does not camp. At that point, you have a Jude Bellingham that is playing in. I think last season, Jude Bellingham was playing as a false nine, and you know the striker to come and change the game. A striker that will camp, and you do stop. System change.
I want to see.
It's just the same way. Osimhen Gyökeres is one of the best players you could sign for Arsenal now. Since you have a Kai Havertz, or just tell me that okay, if there's
Jesus,
now, yeah, so now if you're telling me okay, fine, at the end of the season, or perhaps when this guy comes in, Kai Havertz can go, can leave, no problem. I'll say okay, fine, bring in the both of them. Bring in Sesko and Gyökeres, or perhaps bring in Sesko and Victor Osimhen. When it be like say one, it be like say you get as you want take B for match. Defenders don't too choke. They are packing plane and trailer and they are building wall of China.
In love with Havertz.
Now look at it
And
now.
that is his boy.
Now wait, I'm
He's
just
not
saying. Wait,
selling
I'm just
anything.
saying. I'm just saying. For instance, now you're playing against a team that is in and playing trailer, and now in front of that plane and trailer, you now build the Great Wall of China behind it, which means there's no way you can break through the defense. You need somebody that will be there, physical in between those. That will be very physical in between those defenders. I need somebody that can run into those channels and perhaps get the transition or perhaps break those transition of pocket spaces in between those defenders, and that's where you need your Kai Havertz or perhaps your Benjamin Sesko. Then your Osimhen can now come and physically or perhaps
Why are we having an Osimhen in this
no, I'm just
conversation
saying
in the first
the
place?
style of play, physical and dominant on the ball. You get
in this instance, it has to be a Gyökeres. It's a no-brainer. Like I don't even understand.
like I said.
Man, even catch with say Ateta that spirit where they don't.
You get why you define your correct because you want me Zesco come and sit. You want me? No, he just said John is
simple
scouting.
and short.
John here is scouting for Sesko for like the past 6 months, and they went on when they say okay, Man City won't even buy striker, and he was saying Sesko, and Man City went on to buy Omari Mamouche. John kept quiet a bit. You get, but he felt like okay, Mamouche, what Mamouche trying to do, and Mamouche showed up that okay, see, I still get that for my body. John now came down and I started loving the guy. Now his eyes still on. If Zesco come, Man City, Haaland will go, and Haaland will go to Manchester United. Haaland will go to Manchester United.
Haaland is not going anywhere. He has a 10-year contract, and I'm happy
they can
with
still
that
sell
deal.
now. They can still sell. They can
For
still
what?
buy.
Why
They
will
can
we
still buy.
sell?
Why will we sign a lifetime deal?
We are not selling. Please, we need men that have timber and caliber. Men that score goals for fun.
Okay, let's see what Arsenal is going to choose. If they're going to choose, but obviously for Arsenal fans or Arsenal board, everybody, and they have this guy that buys like
better is the guy. Is a 60 million pound deal for
better life buying strikers. He has been the sporting director for Atletico, and he's bought a whole lot of strikers.
Not even just the strikers, he bought a whole lot of creative minds.
Yeah. Mentioned that he spends on strikers. So for Arsenal this is, let's see if they're going to buy your correct or Cisco, because that's just the debate now. The debate I'm hearing, the rumors I'm hearing that Ateta wants Cisco and the board wants your correct. So both of them have an agreement.
Ateta signings have not done well, so you should pack well. Let your correct enter first. Simple.
Okay, well let's see what happens with him. For Manchester United, they need a striker too. Even they're talking about the lab. The lab for Ipswich that they are relegated, so the money for him will reduce. But
it's still 30 million.
Yeah, but everybody's still thinking that why not go for probably somebody like Osimhen. Even Chelsea wants to see me, but going for the lab 22 years old, this I don't know if it's going to work out for them. But Manchester United need a striker because Haaland is not working.
The difference is that the lab is a inexpensive signing. They still have a budget to get in maybe a big signing like Osimhen or someone else into the side.
Well, they should buy two.
Why not?
So Haaland and Zesco should disappear.
Please, where's Zesco? Haaland and Zeski exit stage 1.
Zeski.
Stage 1 exit stage 1. You have been. I'm looking for a way to put it so that all my people out there will connect. This is what they call finishing. That's what those two need. Delete. Remove, Ctrl-Z or whatever. Delete both of them out of that conversation. Or better yet, sell one, keep one, bring in Osimhen and the lap. Manchester United will be well better for it.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. We use camps sometimes, but yet doesn't receive passes. You have a Zeski that can play anywhere behind him and also in that position. And more physically, Zeski is more physical than the guy. So, for me, if I'm bringing in a striker, I will say, okay, fine, Zeski can play behind the striker. I'm bringing a striker that is different from Højlund.
Excuse me, if you are bringing a striker that is different from Højlund, are you not supposed to be looking at an upgrade? If you have the ability to upgrade what you have, like for example, it's like telling me you have a 3310 and you're looking to bring in an ITEL to the conversation. And ITEL and 3310, bro, they are beds of the same feather.
They are not beds of...
They are beds of the same feather.
3310 they play radio. 3310 no they play radio. ITEL gets radio inside.
They are talking about
upgrade.
Excuse me. You are talking about
upgrade.
Excuse me.
3310 they play music.
You are talking about a 1.5% upgrade.
Not be 1.5. That's 20% upgrade.
Rather than a 2,000% upgrade.
If I put memory card inside the other one, I fit still play music.
You are spending more money for memory card.
Now I'm just saying, these two players, in Man United system. They have adapted differently.
Who do you want them to buy? Delap or Osimhen? Delap is going to work at. Do you think it's going to work at Manchester United?
I can't trust the Delap system. He's 22 years old. He's young.
He's
He
young,
had a couple
and
of
that's
goals in
fine.
the Premier League, but I still can't trust that system.
Okay, for other news.
I'll prefer a better I think a solid player that would be multi-purpose for the team.
Okay.
A Matheus Cunha would be okay for me.
Matheus Cunha is coming to play in that 10.
And Mbeumo
Now,
will be okay
Manchester
for me.
United are going to have about 4 players playing in that 10 position. Cunha, Bernardo Silva, Mount.
Where is Bernardo Silva?
Sorry, Bruno Fernandes.
Okay.
Mount. And then one other guy can play in that position.
Eriksen is leaving.
Okay.
One. Garnacho that you want to mention. Me, I'll sell.
Might I ask you a simple question? Bruno, Mount, Cunha, and then your brother Ezege. Who wants that?
Bruno starts. Bruno Cunha starts.
Then Ezege and the other guy
stays on the bench. Yes.
Okay. If moving away from Manchester United, the rumors that Atletico wants to buy Anthony for Manchester United when he comes back on loan, but let's see if that still will go through. For Manchester City have been talking to a whole lot of pain. They're talking to Tijani. Tijani plays for AC Milan, and if you think Tijani Babanga is related to Tijani, but it's somehow related to the Nigerian roots. But I like this name, Tijani. So Man City looking for him, but it's going to take about £57 million for them to bring him. And Napoli is talking to the brother to bring him to Italy. Probably if the brother wants to try another experience, he might decide to take that deal and go. Okay, let's take phone calls. Before we take phone calls, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. And okay, Gabriel Onyecherem. Okay, good morning, Gabriel. Best sports analyst team east of the Niger. Well done, guys. Thank you very much. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Thank you. And Anacletus Obi is saying, make Man you sell Zeski, Garnacho, Mount, Delort, Hoylon, and buy players. Because
Mount Amorim the tap up.
Okay, let's see if he's going to sell all those players. Okay, let's open the phone line and take few calls. Number to call is 0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please. Okay.
Each other. Let's go and buy that stuff or something.
No, Chelsea, no.
Chelsea are making silent
They are
moves.
still cold for now.
Like, is there anybody they want to sell?
No rumors.
No rumors for selling and buying. So
I think they need to give Todd Boli a shrink. Let him sit with Todd Boli and see the future.
I want John.
Yes?
They are still been available for sale.
You dey whine.
they're not self-ready.
It's phone available for sale.
In which life? Big Palmer, that one no do you.
I want Chelsea to release them now so that they go and buy. Time to go and buy for them.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
For the tribe, you guys,
Okay, you're correct. Okay. Let's see. It's going to be an interesting summer for everybody because everybody needs to upgrade, including Liverpool. Everybody needs to upgrade. Liverpool is trying to buy a Frimpong. Good player. Everybody's buying. And Man U will buy. Man City will buy. Arsenal will buy. Chelsea will still buy. So the league will going to be hot next season. Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Also good morning.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Name and location, please.
This is an additional from Parasecum.
Okay. What's your
Now,
contribution?
we are saying everything on. If you are that like yourself, let him just remove the stubbornness spirit out of our life according to the next season. In that one for cover, I swear I will be able to carry God to shoot.
Sorry, we
Don't
don't use foul language.
Foul language already. Please don't use it again.
Yeah. So because you need to offload some player, you need to buy a sharper striker. In Arsenal needed, you know our problem, and Atata need to work on it now, and to let him bend our head down and focus where against next. The Arsenal can't take anything. Atata can't give us ordinary FA Cup or Cali Cup or Premier League Champions League next season. Let them sack Atata. That's
Simple.
what I want.
Please, when you come, please be civil and please don't use foul, any F word or any S word. Please just be civil and have your conversation pure, because we have a whole lot of listeners here listening to us at the same time. Yeah, hello, good morning.
John, hello, good morning, guys.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Alex calling. So, John, if I give you that 3 times, I can give you right there. Which one you could choose?
I will choose none.
You choose none.
Yes.
Now I forgive you. You don't go market now. You can make use of the one we get now. Wow. Before that they upgrade their team. You matter, you don't upgrade your team as a coach.
I don't understand.
Please, let me see this. You see, Manchester United, they need all the players they can get. I'm telling you, especially when they're attacking force. Because as it stands now, we have defenders, Alexandro Martinez, Delight, Lenny Yoro, Maguire is there, you understand? We also have Dalot,
Victor Lindelof is there.
We have midfielders, and we all know that some are going to leave, and we definitely need an upgrade. Mr. Man can also come from the wing. Matheus Cunha can also come from the wing. So for Ireland, I think that there's a place I saw that Napoli needs him. Conte is talking about him to swap Osimhen. Probably Osimhen may come to United. We don't know. It's no probability. That one day. But as for Arsenal, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with Arteta. I don't know. You have a priority, and you're not going for that priority. Because you have bringing in more midfielders. I don't know. I don't know what is wrong with Arteta. It's not as if it's not good to upgrade your team. Of course, definitely it's good to upgrade your team. But why getting in Zubimendi? We know that you need attacking force. That especially that number 9. I can't just understand. Is it every season you come in and be bringing in midfielders without even taking your books in a window, particular window, not to see that FFP rule, you understand? Yeah. So for me, I think Arteta should be looking for that attacking force rather than looking for midfielder. Remember, is a versatile player, is good, but you have to go for your priority.
Thank you very much. Okay.
You know, to correct one impression, Arsenal actually cleaned up their FFP when they sold a lot of players last season, and was it last summer?
Yes.
They have a war chest of about 150 million to spend this summer.
They can spend
so
money.
They should go and spend money and sign a striker. Arteta, come closer. Might draw your ear. Go and sign a striker so you will not be complaining after you crash out of Champions League that you are the best team. Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Yeah, my name is Monday.
Okay. Oh,
welcome.
Monday. Okay, Ben. Okay. What's your contribution?
Oh, welcome, bro.
Welcome.
To the family. Welcome.
Yeah. You people are trying. You are trying.
Thank you.
So, it's like what my sister said in that place now. They give you what they are service items, Madrid. Now, Arsenal don't need anything like defender or a midfielder.
Thank you.
What Arsenal needs is striker, a standard striker, number 9 striker that can deliver for them. You see, when you watch Arsenal ball, all those across Arsenal team, nobody to go. Yes, because they don't have a striker. If Arteta know what to do for her, want to collect Champions League or any other cup for England, you need to get striker.
Yes.
For front, for back, midfielder, Arsenal ability. But for front, they don't have a front. Yes, they don't have a front.
Okay.
What I thought. So for Mayu, Mayu need players. Yes, they have money. They need more players. Yes. Because for back, front, midfielder and back, they don't have anybody that plays. If I'm manager of that team, I need to flush everybody out.
Thank you.
That team. You say the team back. It's what the problem of Mayu that now. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's see what happens throughout the summer. It's going to be an interesting summer. Everybody will go buy players. Everybody will go consume for everybody. So you have to start praying if your own player work, because other things to buy player, other things for your player to work out for you. Because you can buy player, you can buy 5 players, and none of them will even work, and you will still be fighting for your life.
Everybody's talking about the lab. Nobody's talking about Julian and Siso.
I don't understand.
That guy created more chances for Ipswich Town that I can count.
I don't understand.
And Siso, Omarashisi can still stay back in the side. Mbwemo, 25 years old man.
But let's say somebody is still open.
Baba, all these people you are calling, I don't really understand.
Rumours will start flying soon. Yeah, hello, good morning.
John Godwin and
Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay.
John,
I have that.
And I beg you,
For now.
None for now.
None for now. So we'll look at in summer.
because here we change, we need to get of society before the World Cup. Because we started that we have possibility to come other competitions.
Yes.
Because the way that we get injury and get the card, that's kind of now
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
But Felix is coming back now.
Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, back to our YouTube. Let's go to our YouTube channel. And I think to say, okay, he's saying, Mr. Godwin, please announce your YouTube address. Make fans know they call my fellow citizens sister. Okay, our YouTube channel, guys, is at Vote FM Sports. Go there. We are 3 guys in the city actually. You can go there, join us, subscribe to us. Now you can come and see what we look like when we talk about football here. If you're around Enugu, anywhere around Enugu, anywhere you can hear us from anywhere you can hear us from. Go to our YouTube channel now and type Vote FM Sports. You see us, 3 of us live here, and we have an amazing content for you there. You can go there, watch our comments, subscribe, and comment on any of our content. Then we're going to drop one lovely content for you today. We're going to talk about Arsenal and the striker position for them. If Sesko or Gyökeres is going to be a main striker for Arsenal next season. So put up the notification on our YouTube channel and subscribe to our channel. Tomorrow we'll come back again and talk about football. Tomorrow the under-21, under-20 Nigerians will be playing the semi-finals tomorrow. And for Lampard Coventry crashed out from that game. So he's going to try next season with Coventry. Hopefully, I like Lampard. Hopefully he will come back with them and do something good for his career. I like him because even though he had a bad spell with Chelsea, he went back and kept trying. One day he go click for him.
He shouldn't have gone back, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, one day he go click for him, but let's see. But for now, he crashed out yesterday, and he's not going to be playing Premier League next season. Thank you for joining us today's show. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel. Thank you for being there, part of our family, and our new caller. Thank you for joining this family. My name is Godwin, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Vote 104.3 FM. Where music meets.
Alex Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. The delivery comes in. Oh, it's a goal!
Entertainment. News and politics.
Enugu State Governor has sentenced the elected people.
Gospel.
And let them have dominion. The kingdom of God is within people.
Odenibo.
Awesome programs exclusively